There is need to deepen conversations that will advance the administration of justice and corrections reforms in Nigeria. Activists say this will help actualize the resolutions by stakeholders from a recent national conference. We have details in this report.
In May, the Ministry of Interior, in partnership with the Prisoners Rehabilitation and Welfare Action and the Open Society Initiative of West Africa, as well as other groups, held a well-attended two-day conference. It was focused on the need to develop sustainable strategies for the management of pre-trial detention and decongestion of custodial centers nationwide. Having raised critical observations on the worrying indices, it was resolved, amongst other recommendations, that under Section 12, subsection 4 to 12 of the Nigerian Correctional Service Act, state controllers of correctional centers should alert relevant stakeholders if the facilities have exceeded their capacity or refuse to accept any more inmates.
Whereby we do not know the number of persons who are in custody. And the high-level conference stressed on the fact that we must, as a nation, try to know every person who is detained in all places of detention in Nigeria. Nobody really knows. And there are about 19 institutions that detain people. We need to know at any particular time the total number of persons that are in all places of detention and know what proportion are in custodial centers, what proportion are in police cells, NDLEA, and the rest of them.
Prawa is also partnering with the media and other groups to sustain this campaign.
Our prisons are over-congested. Lives are being lost. The prisons are reforming nobody. The name is Correctional Center, but nobody is being corrected. Rather, characters are deformed by virtue of what people undergo when they are in prison. And we become a laughing stock. Giant of Africa cannot get any of our system working.
We have to be extremely very careful. So if we have a situation where we now start giving licenses to maybe because states cannot operate correctional centers, they start giving licenses to operate to private individuals. I'm glad you're going to have 5-star hotels being set up for the purpose of persons not actually going to a correctional center but having fun all his life, or not even serving at all.
The activists are also calling for consistent activation of all oversight mechanisms that will actualize reforms in all custodial facilities. Kemi Foladiemo, TVC News, Lagos.